Language Foundations Vocabulary Flashcards, helping you achieve understanding.
The condition of living or the state of being alive. General activity and motion. Quality of being active or spirited or alive and vigorous. The property of being able to survive and grow. The activity of giving vitality and vigor to something. The making of animated cartoons. The condition of living or the state of being alive. The property of being animated. Having animal life is distinguished from plant life. The experience of being alive. The course of human events and activities. He could no longer cope with the complexities of life. The condition of living or the state of being alive. While there's life, there's hope. An account of the series of events making up a person's life. The period during which something is functional, as between birth and death. The battery had a short life. Animation and energy in action or expression. It was a heavy play and the actors tried in vain to give life to it. A prison term lasting as long as the prisoner lives. He got life for killing the guard. A characteristic state or mode of living. Social life. A living person. His heroism saved a life. A motive for living. Pottery was his life. Living things collectively. The oceans are teeming with life. The course of existence of an individual. The actions and events that occur in living. He hoped for a new life in Australia. The organic phenomenon that distinguishes living organisms from non-living ones. There is no life on the moon. The period between birth and the present time. I have known him all his life. The period from the present until death. He appointed himself emperor for life. The experience of being alive. The course of human events and activities. Still in existence. The Wollemi pine found in Australia as a surviving specimen of a conifer thought to have been long extinct and therefore known as a living fossil. The financial means whereby one lives. The condition of living or the state of being alive. Informal, absolute. She is a living doll. People who are still living. Save your pity for the living. Still in active use. A living language. True to life, lifelike. The living image of her mother. Used of minerals or stone, in its natural state and place, not mined or quarried. Carved into the living stone. Pertaining to living persons. Within living memory. General activity and motion. Animation and energy in action or expression. Quality of being active or spirited or alive and vigorous. Quality of being active or spirited or alive and vigorous. The activity of giving vitality and vigor to something. Quality of being active or spirited or alive and vigorous. Quality of being active or spirited or alive and vigorous. The activity of giving vitality and vigor to something. A healthy capacity for vigorous activity. The property of being able to survive and grow. The vitality of a seed. An energetic style. Biology. A hypothetical force, not physical or chemical, once thought by Henri Bergson to cause the evolution and development of organisms. The state or fact of existing. The state or fact of existing. Laws in existence for centuries. Everything that exists anywhere. The biggest tree in existence. The state or fact of existing. He appeared on the face of the earth one day. The state or fact of existing. A point of view gradually coming into being. A living thing that has, or can develop, the ability to act or function independently. An organic process that takes place in the body. Respiratory activity. The state of being active. His sphere of activity. The trait of being active, moving or acting rapidly and energetically. The level of activity declines with age. A process existing in or produced by nature, rather than by the intent of human beings. Volcanic activity. Any specific behavior. They avoided all recreational activity. Chemistry. The capacity of a substance to take part in a chemical reaction. Catalytic activity. The state of being active. The trait of being active, moving or acting rapidly and energetically. The property of being animated, having animal life as distinguished from plant life. The property of being animated, having animal life as distinguished from plant life. Causing motion or action or change. The activity of causing to have energy and be active. Supplying motive force. The activity of causing to have energy and be active. The activity of causing to have energy and be active. Making active and effective, as a bomb. Stimulation of activity in an organism or chemical. The act of making a film. The act of making a film. The act of making a film. A member of any of several British or American groups consisting predominantly of young people who shave their heads. Some engage in white supremacist and anti-immigrant activities, and this leads to the perception that all skinheads are racist and violent. Climb awkwardly, as if by scrambling. Remove the bark of a tree. The rind of a fruit or vegetable. Strip the skin off. A natural protective body covering in sight of the sense of touch. Your skin is the largest organ of your body. Body covering of a living animal. Bruise, cut, or injure the skin or the surface of. The boy skinned his knee when he fell. A person whose head is bald or shaved. A bag serving as a container for liquids. It is made from the hide of an animal. An outer surface, usually thin. The skin of an airplane. A person's skin regarded as their life. He tried to save his skin. A state of surviving, remaining alive. The power to withstand hardship or stress. The marathon tests a runner's endurance. Life without beginning or end. Life without beginning or end. A natural process resulting in the evolution of organisms best adapted to the environment. A state of surviving, remaining alive. Something that survives. Cheerful and lively. The general atmosphere of a place or situation and the effect that it has on people. Any incorporeal supernatural being that can become visible, or audible, to human beings. Infuse with spirit. The company spirited him up. Animation and energy in action or expression. The state of a person's emotions, especially with regard to pleasure or dejection. He was in good spirits. An inclination or tendency of a certain kind. The intended meaning of a communication. A fundamental emotional and activating principle determining one's character. The vital principle or animating force within living things.
Become our student and get access to effective and free educational materials. Subscribe to our YouTube channel to become a part of our growing YouTube community and to learn English effectively.